Sup players, it's your homeboy Simon, and with him,
Christian from Team Paradigm, or Chris, yeah.
Today we're bringing you a top 10 video. It's more like a discussion video and what cards we're excited for in the new expansion.
Also, this is our first top 5 or a top 10 list on our channel, so it would be very appreciated if you like the video or maybe comment down below some of the cards that you like in this set.
But anyways, let's get straight into it.
Yes, for my number 5, I chose Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, the cover card of this set. I think this card is pretty good. I mean, it's
so splashable, like hella.
It's very generic. Like, the thing it requires is just 2 dark monsters, but they can be tokens. But I mean, that's still pretty awesome. And I also think that it has some very, very good effects. First of all, that destruction, when it's destroyed, it destroys all special summon monsters in the field. I think that's very, very powerful. As well
in itself, like just that, it's really good, but it has more to it.
The fact that it is able to copy names, I think that's a kind of neat feature of it, but I don't think that it is one of the main effects that you're going to be using. And also that first effect is pretty good. Being able to just boost itself by any special summon monster's attack is really good.
Bro.
Also because it's the Fusion Dragon of Arc V. If some of you watches Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, one of the main villains of the series, Yuri, which is like the fusion counterpart to Yuya, actually uses this card, and I think it's so awesome looking as well. I mean, it just has like a really, really coolness to it. It's like a plant dragon or a venom dragon. I think that's so cool.
No venom support though. For my number 5, I have chosen Dimensional Barrier. Now, Dimensional Barrier is just, it's gonna be a secret rare, so it's gonna be probably a bit expensive, and
it's gonna be one of the best cards in the set, basically.
Pretty much, yeah, and everybody wants it. But it just allows for so much anti-play, pretty much.
Yeah, anti-play. I think that it's gonna be a very, very splashable trap card because you can play it in anything.
Almost, yeah. I think it's gonna be up there with Strike, definitely, because it just hinders your opponent, just blocks them out. I think it's gonna just really stomp out the meta, and it's gonna be in every side deck.
I mean, it works against every deck. It works against fusion-based decks, Xyz decks, ritual decks, pendulum decks.
That's pretty much every deck though.
Yeah.
At the moment, at least.
It's really good against DPS and pendulums. Metal Foes, ooh. I think it's really good against those 2 decks. And as well as the new Zodiac Beast in Japan, or Junishishi, because they're very, very Xyz-based.
Yeah, and it's pretty competitive in the OCG at the very least.
It just sucks. I hope it doesn't get that expensive because I need 3. I don't have.
Dude, me too.
I don't have Strike yet. But I will get it soon, eventually. So for my number 4, I chose GRAYDLE Slime Jr. I think this card is very, very good actually. It's not only a tuner, it's a level 2 tuner. It's a floater for Graydles. When it's summoned, you summon one from grave, it makes good synchro plays with it. There's so many things this thing has going for it, and I feel that it's also going to be pretty good in the new PALEOZOIC deck once we get Totally Awesome and the rest of the PALEOZOIC cards. And it just allows easier plays to get out GRAYDLE Dragon, and maybe it's kind of a more defensive because it also has 2000 attack, so I feel that is really, really good.
That's a lot of attack.
Or 2000 defense. That's 2000 defense. That was me. I feel this card is overall a pretty solid card for the archetype.
And for my number 4, I've picked Cristrons. Now, Cristrons are a heavy swarm-like synchro spammer, and the synchro monsters themselves are very floaty, as they special summon from the graveyard and other places to like encourage. They always spam and always have something defensive going for them.
Yeah, they're like the Axel synchro, right?
Yeah. But I really like the design choices they made. Like it was the Steven Universe esque inspirations in the cards.
I also feel it's pretty awesome that they're water, and I feel that the new Crystron Phoenix is going to be a pretty good synchro monster. Yeah. Okay.
Don't kick the camera. I got it.
So for my number 3, I chose a Shattered Spot just like Simon before, and that is all the PALEOZOIC cards. The PALEOZOIC cards, or the rest of them, is actually going to be the best ones in my opinion, because we get a really, really good Xyz monster that allows you to activate Storm traps from the hand, and as well as detaching and searching them. I feel that's something that the deck definitely needs, and also just it's pretty good in PALEOZOIC. All these cards are good in PALEOZOIC and in PALEOZOIC in general. And they also got Dynamicious, which is basically like their version of Karma Cut. being able to just discard one and banish is pretty good. But it's target, or it does target. That kind of sucks, but it's still pretty cool if you ask me. And then they get a pretty cool trap, which actually is a foolish burial for trap cards. So that's really good. It's also
yeah, that sounds really nice for Paleozoic.
Yeah, and it's also going to be pretty good in Volcanic. Just being able to send reload from the deck to the graveyard and resolve Scatter Shot's effect that way. We also get another one, Leon Cholia, which is amazing if you ask me. It basically returns one of your banished cards to the graveyard, so that's really good if you ask me. And then we get another one, I think it's called Eldonia or something like that. It just gives a monster 500 extra attack until the end phase. It's pretty terrible, so that's one you're not gonna be playing.
For me, I have chosen Dactyla Knight Badlamius. And I've chosen it because it's basically you can make all the Dactyla Knights with only 2 materials. It certainly restricts you in the regard that once you've used its effect to special summon the Xyz monster, that's it. You can't make another special summon or Xyz summon this turn. Even though the restriction is bad, I don't think that just having to stick with one monster like Trigger or what's the other one called?
Delta Rose.
Yeah, exactly. Just having to stick with those for one turn, I don't think it's gonna lose too much tempo during the game just because you only Xyz summon one monster, which you already did.
I think they also get their own like back row removal card. I think it's called Talonite Unite.
Talonite Unite.
Yeah.
Sure, you're not thinking of Ignites.
Its artwork's pretty cool. I mean, it's a combination of Tallmias and Construct, and also it's really cool to see how its stats are kind of like the reverse of Tallmias, since it has 2650 attack and 100 defense, I think.
I can't remember either.
I think it's a pretty solid card for the Talonites. Being able to just, like Simon said, make 2 or make like one of the Talonite Trigger or Delta Rose with 2 materials only. I think that's pretty cool if you ask me.
Thank God, man.
Okay. So for my number 2, it's actually like another card that's already been on this list, but for me it's Dimension Barrier.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of mid-ish changing.
There's not that much to say because
we already covered most of the cards, so.
Yeah, but I think this card is just fucking amazing. Definitely play it in a side deck or maybe even main deck it. I like it because it helps the meta or the lower decks compete kind of, because they now have sort of like one turn floodgate like vanities they can just use against the problem cards, prevent the opponent from summoning their big monsters so you can't get over them. I think that's why I pretty much like this card, and it just slows your opponent down.
More time for the rogue decks to catch up.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, this and number 1 was actually incredibly hard for me to choose, because number 1 is also a card that I love so goddamn much.
Yeah, it is just a little reference here. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
For my number 2, I've chosen Ignite Unite. Now, I play Ignites, and Ignite Unite just lets you get out your big ass monster, your big ass champion. So
deck
you can
profile soon.
Oh, incoming. Don't worry about that now. Like, it just it gives you access to the big effect monsters that was so hard to summon before. You had to tribute 3 of your Ignites to summon something that looked a lot like Ignister. The thing about Champion is it's a great card, but it's not worth tributing 3 of your Ignites to like hinder your Xyz plays instead. So the new Unite, you can just pop any Ignite card on the field, even Ignite Reload, and you would still get the summon. And I think it's gonna definitely speed up the Ignites and give him some much needed control instead of just sticking to Tyrant's Throws and other stun plays like number 86, Rangominia.
Yeah, it's also chainable, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's a quick spell.
So you can also like do it on your opponent's turn. I mean, it's just like something you can do, but if you have like a weaker Ignite on the field, I guess you can pop it and then summon one of your defensive guys when your opponent's about to attack.
Yeah.
So, for my number 1, I chose Totally Awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's totally awesome. Alright, but anyways, this card's amazing. I love this card so much. It was really close between this and Dimension Barrier, but I love Totally Awesome more because it's basically like, it boosts like the viableness of Frog so much. Like Frog is kind of like a tier 1.5 deck right now. The versions that you're going to play, you can even play this card in Heroes, and you can splash Frog with Paleozoics to give it a more control feel. which I like a lot. And you can also you can play it in so many decks because you can summon Tree Toad off, or Totally Awesome off of Bahamut Shark. So it's really cool that you can actually do that. So you don't really have to like have excess materials to use the main effect. And the main effect is pretty powerful. Being able to negate anything and just set it if you wish to. And it's also even the best part is that when it is sent to the graveyard, I think you can just add any aqua back to your hand. So even though you're not playing aqua monsters and heroes that you don't really want to retrieve, you can always retrieve back your Tree Toad so you can summon it again with the same Bahamut Shark when you have a material. Yeah, I love this card. The only problem is it's gonna be expensive, and again, it's the same with the
Deal with it, man. It's okay.
Yeah.
So my first pick is gonna be Full Metalphos Alcahest. Now,
The reference?
Obviously, the reference is pretty awesome. Like the first anime I ever watched was Full Metal Alchemist, but like we already had the Gofu stuff and we had the Ariadne stuff, which we could go to if we wanted. Full Metalphos Alcahest just adds a lot of control to the pretty aggressive archetype that is Metalphos. Like, and the resources that Alcahest also gives you, as you can fuse with whatever is equipped, is interesting. It's a weird card because you can control, but it's not like Infinity or I'll say Totally Awesome. Like you can just negate anything. You have to be very specific about the cards that you equip to Alcahest, or you might like fall behind. It's a good card, and I'll definitely make it to N1 if I can, but it's not gonna be like my first play whenever I go to N1.
I definitely agree with you in that it's a special Metalphos. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And also, if you would like to see more of our content, please subscribe to our channel. Remember, this is not like the best cards in Adventure Advance. This is just the ones that we're most excited about. Team Paradigm signing out.
Yeah.